morning. This is Gracie, and this is another floss tube. And this is cross stitch with Gracie. I decided to change it a little bit. Cross stitch therapy, cross stitch therapy with Gracie, and just a little change there. But anyway, because cross stitch is my therapy, that's how I call it. This is a channel about cross stitch that we love. I do talk about other things, but basically, it's about cross stitch. I like to do my live updates at the end of the video in case you just want to see the cross stitch. I mean, I tried. Anyway, so this is an update for February. And well, I did been, I had been looking into some new things because I don't know, it's just been wonderful to see Nashville. I haven't ordered yet, but I have a few favors. And but then I've been looking for these charts and then I suddenly find them and I just go I've been collecting them for quite a while. So that's what we've been doing. But anyway, for February, we've been working on whipgirl and a few sales. So we're going to share that. My excitement today, very, very happy, is that I finished my first focus for the 25/7 um, you know, uh, activity that I've been doing. This is from Soulful, is teacher. I'm going to put her Flosswood here, but she also has a Facebook where she shares and people share their 25/7 um, is teaching. So I've been working in the sampler. I'll show it to you in a minute. So this is finished. I'm getting ready. I mean, I bought a few frames. I have a few, but it is a sort of like a strange size. And I really want to take it for framing because this piece is going to be in the middle of my other samplers. I don't know. I'm thinking and taking it to Michael's or Hobby Lobby for a finish. But we'll see about that. If I find a frame, I'll do it myself. But it's just a hard size, right? So I've been working now. Somebody asked me in my Facebook if I had uh, started it and finished it. No. What happened is my idea for the 25/7 is teaching is that I'm going to take these projects that they're not as big because my Wicca projects, they're all huge, most of them. So I'm gonna take those projects that they're not as big, that they're small, that I had already started last year or the year before last, and sort of like try to finish them. Because what happened is last year, my coffee. Last year I focused on a lot of big projects for my Whip Go. And what I noticed is that I didn't have a lot of finish, obviously, and that's okay. But at the same time, you want to be motivated. Getting a finish here and there will motivate you. I did finish great things, but I didn't have as many because I was so focused on the big ones. So that's one of the things. So, anyway, so this sampler with the call for flosses and the fabric as well, which is a 40 count linen L linen. Picture this floss with overdyed threads from Gentle Arts. So she has black licorice, ruby slippers, pomegranate, barn gray, piney woods, dark chocolate, forest glade, parchment, and chalk. The chalk is a white floss, and I really, really like it. Anyway, I made a mistake at the beginning, meaning last year, and let me see if I can do this. I did this, and I started this last year, and I really want to put it in my wall where my stitches from the heart, you know, anniversaries of the heart, yes, anniversaries of the heart, yes, and I'm gonna put or in the piano where I have my mother's finish that I haven't shown you. I'll bring it next time because I show you the finish for the what remains is love, but I didn't show you the framing. So I did a little things there. I play a little bit with that. So the border is supposed to be black, and it turned out to be brown because I made a mistake with the floss. But since I was already like, it was already like super. I was almost finished with the border, not like maybe halfway. I thought, I'm gonna leave it because it's a beautiful brown. Piney Woods is beautiful. It's a beautiful floss. So anyway, I just left it in there. So this is the close up, and I really, really love it. I think that it came out beautiful. And to find a frame and decide is gonna be hard, right? So we're just gonna. I think I'm just gonna do the I'm just gonna do the framing. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so that was my 25/7 focus. And so I changed it for another one. Now, this one, I had already started it a few times, but I didn't like it. The fabric that I got, it was too dark, and I was having a hard time with it. And being that it is sort of like I was using only one color, I think that made it harder. So anyway, what I'm talking about is coffee Quakers. And see, Quakers, they're harder for me. They're very hard. And usually because they have one color, and I'm guided by the colors. So I have a hard time. I have to really focus when I'm doing Quakers. I don't know. I don't know why, but that's what I notice in my stitching. And so I started working with this with another fabric, a leftover fabric that I have now. This fabric was, I want to say, is a 40 count, and I want to say it was Edinburgh or something. One of these fabrics that is linen, but it's very creamy. It's very beautiful. But I didn't want it so creamy. I didn't want it so clear. I wanted like antique and have different shades for this project. Once that I changed my mind about the fabric. So what I did was I coffee dye it, and then I splashed more coffee on it. So what I decided to do, I've been doing this. So I just started it. So I finished one, two, and I'm doing the third one right by the middle. So now I decided that I wanted to play with flosses, and so use flosses that have some kind of relationship with coffee. Because we love coffee, right? So like the chart say, first I do the coffee, I drink the coffee, then I do the thing. So I've been playing with the colors with the flosses. So I use already cappuccino, and I really, really love it. So is this right here? This is the cappuccino. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. Beautiful. And then this one is from Classic Colorworks Cappuccino. And this one I've been doing latte by, so this is a cappuccino, and this is the latte. And look at those colors. So now I'm doing Cinnamon Twist by Classic Colorworks. Okay, so I'm gonna do the third one, the one in the middle. So I'm gonna be using those colors that they're like sort of related. So I have pumpkin pie because in the fall they do this color. I'm sorry, they do the flavor in, what is it, the coffee store. They have the pumpkin pie coffee, whatever. So I'm gonna use this one, maple syrup. That's another one that they do similar flavors in the fall. Brandy, because some people like to put drinks in their coffee, right? And I'm gonna be espresso bean. That this one I want to do the letters with. I don't know, not sure. And then I have dark chocolate because chocolate is related to coffee somehow. I don't know. Mocha, right? I don't know. And so I'm gonna be using, I may find more, but I'm gonna start with this one. So I'm gonna do playing with this one. So that's what I'm doing. I'm playing with colors. And I think it's just fun because I'm gonna be doing for my 24/7. So I'm gonna be working at it every day. I usually do the week. I don't usually do the weekends, but I think if you focus for the 25/7 and the for the 25/7 for a week, I think is great. So now I was gonna do my mirror Monday. I was gonna do it on Tuesday, and I was gonna go to the store, but then it didn't work out. I mean, it's usually something going on, something that we have to do that I didn't do it. So I'm gonna I'm going to go back to Mondays. I'm gonna be doing, excuse me, mirror Mondays, and it is also it's an Instagram. You can, and it's a Sal also. I'll put the information right here. And so what happened was that this is another one that I tried a few times, and I didn't like the fabric. Um, I color one fabric because okay, so for the Mirror Monday, all right. So the Mirror Monday, I'm doing this one. Isn't this beautiful? I love it. I love it. So this is the Stargazer. Stargazer. Oh my God, I love it. So anyway, I didn't want to do this kind of fabric. I wanted to do it darker because I think, right? Because I think that, well, that's what I was thinking. And some people did it darker. So I go to the store, to my stitch store that I have here in San Antonio, and I talk to the lady and I say, I want to go, higher in the count. I'm having a hard time finding the fabric, blah, 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 blah. So, and I show her the chart and she really liked it. And they do a lot of, okay, the store is Under the Sea Fabrics. Beautiful store. The ladies are incredible. They're wonderful. They're super helpful. And they have wonderful fabrics. So, anyway, I decided to, so I say, can you recommend me a fabric? And obviously they know what they're doing, right? So they recommend me this fabric. So I've been doing it in this stand that I have. I got this stand. I've been having it for a few years already. It hoops and frames. It's very well made. It was pricey, but it's worth it because it's really strong. Now, I want to show you the fabric. It's sort of wrinkly. I haven't ironed the fabric, but I just have a little beginning. This is my little beginning at the bottom. Okay, so see, I'm just starting with the dress at the bottom because, so look at the fabric. Now it is sparkly. So what I'm thinking is, okay, so she recommended me this fabric, and as soon as I saw it, it's just perfect. It wasn't that expensive, and it is sparkly. But I don't know. It doesn't look. It's more blue. It's the sun, or it's sort of cloudy today, but it is more blue than what is showing. I really, really like it. I love it. It's sparkly. And the fabric is, now let's see, it is color name. Let me see. Let me take the tag off because it doesn't show. Yeah, gold, silver, javelin. Okay, I'll show you. Is I want to say it's 32 or 34, something like that. I think it's a 30. This is the fabric, in case you're interested. Okay, so now this has been my Monday. So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna do it on Monday because I'm gonna do it here at home. If I have the chance, I'm gonna go to the store and stitch over there, but I'm not gonna be like, I'm gonna do it. because it seems like it's a little hard for me to get there. Sometimes there's something that I need to be doing, and sometimes, even though that's the day that I can actually go, I think, and it's a good time for me to do my mirror because I have never done beading or anything like that. And I think since they do a lot of mirrors over there, they can sort of help me. The ladies are wonderful and they can sort of guide me. They can guide me, if I need help. I'm trying to put the back of the needle minder. Okay, so this is the waistband, and I'm working at the bottom of the skirt of the girl. Okay, so this is my mirror. So I'm gonna start over here, right there. And okay, so that's my mirror. So now my focus for whipgirl, because I'm doing whipgirl with my big projects, it was okay. So my focus is, let me show you the big one and the only one, the eyes on the sparrow. This was what my focus is, my Sunday stitching, but it's also it was going to be my focus in whipgirl. So I decided to work on that as my whipgirl focus, and then do a head that I had a full coverage piece in my Sunday stitching. So I sort of flipped, right? So I wanted to finish the top, which I didn't do. I was not able to finish. I'm in the I wasn't able to finish the top, and I'm going to tell you why. My shoulder and my arms, they've been hurting my back to my neck. Not a lot, but it's been there. So what I realized was that the only thing that I'm doing differently is that I was stitching at hand. Before, I had always used a hoop. I started to stitching at hand because I wanted to do full coverage and I thought it was going to be easier, but it turned out that I'm putting some pressure or I'm doing some tension somewhere because I'm only using one hand, and I'm putting pressure with the other one to hold the fabric. That's what I think it is. I'm not sure. So what I want to do is I want to go back to the hoop. And so this one is big. I didn't want to put a hoop because I don't have a big hoop. I don't have a bigger, I don't have something as big as that. So I'm debating in how to approach this. I don't want to put it in a hoop and ruin, like I want to use a hoop as big as what I'm stitching, and this one is so big. So I think I'm gonna have to get something else, some kind of something to put it in there and to stitch. Not do it at hand anymore because my shoulder has been hurting, and so I want to use my two hands, and I want to be able to use a scroll roll, no road, one of those frames, or a big, huge hoop, which I have seen them in hoop and frames. They have huge ones. So I may just get that or make a stand, something. I need something. If you want to recommend something for me, please do so right now. Anyway, so and the weekends and the Sunday. So that was my week girl focus because it was going to be sampler. I just put sampler in there, and I put, you know, this teaching. So I just decided to do it for the whole month. I did, went for 2 pages, and I love the progress. It's a deer coming up. It's beautiful. So anyway, I did see a progress, but not all of it because last week I hardly stitched on it because it's at hand. And so I think I'm gonna look into. It's gonna continue to be my Sunday stitching once I figured it out what to put, what kind of frame, what kind of hoop I'm gonna use for it. And so anyway, for the weekend, for my full coverage piece I've been doing. She Sleeps, Heaven and Earth Design by Stephanie Puimulaw. Okay, and this is it. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful and it's starting to look like something, right? So I'm doing it in a 25 easy grid count, and this is what I've been doing. And this is the second page already, and it's just, it looked tiny, but it is a lot of stitching in there. And I like it. It's really, you get hooked in it. So anyway, that's some of the things. Another thing that I've been working on is my Christmas. So once a week, I pull out my stocking for Mario, for my son, and it's working. It's getting there. It's slow because I haven't paid attention too much to it, but I really wanna go. Once you start, it's easy and it's really, really fast. But I haven't been focused on it. So I just do like 30 minutes once a week or so. But I want to focus on it because I would like to do a few of these. So this is for Mario, and I'm doing Hector. This is the chart. I'm doing all the flosses and the fabric that he recommends, ASCO. And so that's what I've been doing for my Christmas stitching, for my, and I do the 25th Christmas stitching, but once a week I try to pick one. Last month, not in February, but in January, I did an ornament, but not in February. In February, I just work with that. Okay, so then another thing that I'm doing is my style, Remember Me style. And that is a style you're invited always to stitch someone for someone, stitch something for someone you love, someone that you lost or is no longer with you or something, you know. It's sort of like emotional, is an emotional work, right? You're practicing or your mindfulness, right? By thinking and honoring that person that you love, that you lost. And by thinking of her, stitching something for that, you process your loss, right? So for right now, I'm working on this piece, and I love her work. Stacy Nuts Primitive is one of my favorites. Stacy Nuts, I'm always doing something with one of her shorts. So I decided to choose my own colors a while ago. I've been buying flosses to play with flosses. So I got some Glorianas. They're very beautiful. So I'm using these colors. These are all Glorianas to do these, to do a few of these. So, and this is a leftover fabric, and it's going to go in my book, in my stitchy book. So it's not gonna go in a frame. I don't have a lot of fabric for the framing, but it's okay because it's gonna go in my notebook. And I'm done with the girl and the mom. I'm stitching the pot, a humongous pot, and then I have to do all the plants. And so, like I said, it's gonna go in my stitchy notebook that I have, and it's sort of like to put those. Some of them I obviously going to frame because they're big, but some of them are going to be small, and I'm gonna put them in this notebook. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. Another style that I'm doing is our love, because we love him. We love our mother folk embroidery. So I'm not doing this one because it seems that the last few years I'm not done with the pieces. Like I start really strong and then I go back and then I go forward, but I don't finish them. So, but I love them and I want to work on them. So I decided that I was gonna work on this. So I got this notebook. It's like a little booklet, and and I'm gonna do one of them. And if I finish, then I continue with the next one and see. But I'm just gonna do this year and see how I'm going. I'm picking it up once a week. Picking it up once a week, and I've been doing, and it's a little addictive. This one I like. I like all of them, obviously, but it seems like I like it enough to be working on it. So that's a lot. So I'm using this fabric, which I don't remember the name, but it's a 40 count linen. But and it's just starting to look like something, right? I'm using some flosses that like I said, I've been buying flosses because I've been wanting to play with the colors, play with the flosses, the fabrics too. So I've been using Indigo by Classic Colors Belle Soye, which is sort of like a silk color. And look at this. This is beautiful. And then I have Nutcracker by a Wicked Stepmom. And I find this in Etsy. She's an Etsy. And the floss is beautiful, as you can see right here. Right there. Look at that. Look at all the... I love it. I love it. So it's beginning to look like something. And then my favorite, Mrs. Seda's black, number 20. And so that's what I've been doing. That's what I've been working with. And for WIPGO, next month, for the month of March, I'm going to be working with the coffee. I'm going to be doing all the sounds. I'm going to be doing, and for WIPGO, I'm going to be, and for Dark 13, I show it already in my last video. I'm going to do the Halloween by Stacy Nash, the Halloween at the farm or something like that. I don't have it with me right now, but I'll show it to you at the end of March or the beginning of April. In my other, so I'm gonna be doing Dark 13, 25/7, 25/7, Mira Mondays, my Remember Me song, my stocking, and WIPGO, and I'm going to be working in WIPGO and map. Okay, let me show you. So it's map and long dog. Okay, so what I've been doing and what has been working really good for me is that I've been picking up one piece and I sort of been working the whole month. And since they're very big, it's been sort of working for January and February. I see it turned out in those 2 months is that I did make big projects, progress, and I also make realizations because I work with one project during the day. My WIPGO focus one of them, and it was very big. So for this month, I have long dog and I have maps at. Let me see. Here we go. Map a hang wrong hollow. It's a hard one for me to say. And it's a beautiful chart. We know Kathy Barrick, Carriage House Temporary. Okay, so I got all the floss, and they're all NPIs. I got the NPIs for this one. I love the NPIs. And I have a small beginning. But I started this when I was traveling, and it sort of goes fast. So I think it's gonna be okay. So this is my beginning, and this fabric is 40 count all gold, which I think is gonna be good. See, because you recommend some other fabric, but it sort of goes good with that. It's sort of similar color. So those are the things that I'm gonna be working with that. And I'll probably do the 2 weeks and see how I'm going. If I really making progress, I like it and everything, I may wait for the long dog piece and work on it later on. Okay, so the live update is, what I was talking. that my back and it's been hurting. So I used to stitch with a hoop, and now I've been trying to stitch with a hand. And I think that I'm putting pressure in my body. There's something going on. If you know, please let me know. Now, I've been very spoiled, and I've been buying things and, just flosses and colors and fabrics and stuff because I don't know. Just so I'm gonna show you a little bit of the things that I've been buying. So we're doing the last part of the video. Some of the things I show them to you already, but some of the things I haven't. All right. So these are the things that I want to be starting, or I want to start doing. Oh, sorry, I'm dropping things left. Okay, so for myself, remember, remember me, Sal. I find this one. I find this one at my store. um, Under the Sea Fabrics. I find this one. It goes perfect with the Remember Me sound. So I'm gonna use my own flosses for this one. Oh, I also find this one. This one is one of my favorites. I've been wanting to buy this for a while. Sorry for the cling, 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 cling. I love this. And it's just fabric and whatever fabric and black, right? So, and I think I show you this, that I got the PDF from her store, from the Primitive Hair store in Etsy. And I got the fabric, and I went to the store and got the flosses. And so this is the fabric. I think it goes like this. It's a beautiful fabric, ready. I'm ready. So this will be for the summer. Look at this. Goodness, it's so beautiful. And it's a 40 count fabric. I find it, like I said, in her Etsy store, the Primitive Hair. And this is the fabric. Pirates. And it's a 40 count. They usually sell it in 30 count, but sometimes they have 40 count. And this is the flosses. So we'll see. Some are DMC and some are the Gentle Arts. That's pretty much it. There are not a lot of flosses. So anyway, so this is one of the things that I want to start in the summer. I got this a while ago, and I think once I finish my coffee for my 25/7, I want to do this one. To have, we're going to redecorate one of these. We're going to redecorate the kitchen, so we've been working on that. We're waiting, but it's something that we want to do. I really been in love with this. I bought this a while ago, and I really want to work with this in the summer. But I've been thinking that maybe when I finish my Halloween, my Halloween, then I can do this. But this is not a Halloween, this one. The other one is, so maybe I'll just work with this in the summer. So this is another summer. And I got the flosses. Now I just have to get a fabric. And, okay, so this is another one that I found that I want to do in my 25/7. I want to do these small ones. I find these for my daughter-in-law. Her name is Janet. And so I want to do these for Christmas. I want to do them in boxes or in baskets or something. I'm thinking in like a box that she can open it. So I want to get the letter for my other daughter-in-law, Amanda, and then for my granddaughter, because they're mermaids. So I'm gonna ask. I bought this in Under the Sea Fabric store, and they say that they can order whatever letter I want. So I think I'm gonna just get the other ones and start working on them, and that might be a nice Christmas present. Although this is like a summer chart still, you know what I mean? And so this is another one that I bought a while ago, and I haven't really worked on it. So I wanna do this for my remember me song. Okay, this one is not. Okay, so I have, all right, so this is another one that I really want to start. And this one. Isn't that beautiful? So I started it for Valentine's. Yeah. So I just make a little start, for the day. I love it. I love it. I'm gonna use my own fabric and my own flosses, and I just did a little star, the top border, and I'm just gonna use my own flosses and stuff. And this is the same one that I cut, that I'm using for my coffee. So I think it was Edinburgh, and it's a very creamy color, which is beautiful, and I love it. But for these projects, I wanted something more vintage, more antique looking. So I coffee tea diet, then I put more little coffees hidden there afterwards. So anyway, I went shopping again. Okay, so I got this, right? I think I showed it on my in well, I think I showed it when I did my whip parade, but I haven't started it. I got the fabric, and the fabric, I wine dyed. You just put it in wine for a little bit so it can get sort of like some antique dark pink color, which I think, if you look at this color, it's sort of like, I don't know. I think the color is gonna go really well, but I show it to you once I start working on it. I find the flosses, and so I'll show you the fabric once I start working on it, because I just put the stuff that I want to work with. I don't know where's the fabric, but I'll show it to you next time when I start working on it. That's another summer, right? So it seems like the summer is calling for me, right? Okay, so okay, so then I went to my store, also my other store. So I have two loving stores, which is Under the Sea Fabric, and my other favorite store too is the Teens Meets White. It's in Comfort, Texas. I'll put the name and everything. It's in Comfort, Texas. It's just, you get lost in there. So I find this, and let me tell you, this lady, the designer, she's in flosstube now. I'm gonna put the name over here so you can go find her. She has beautiful videos, and she's wonderful. You gotta see her videos. Anyway, I love this. I haven't get the fabric or the colors yet, but I think, isn't this beautiful? I love the library. I love the lamp and the books, and the whole vibe is amazing. Another one that I've really been thinking of it is this one, because I'm gonna show you why. I have this frame right here where I have all my needle minders. I want to put something in the middle. So I think some of these, not the whole thing, but some of these is gonna be perfect with. Now I've been watching Mouse Potato Designs, Felicia, and thank you, Felicia, for the shout out. Thank you so much. You're wonderful. Anyway, I love her stitching, and she's doing this one too. So I say, I gotta get that one, just because I think I can pick a row and put it in there. I've been wanting to find something like this. You can see this, the thread, the tomato, the little flosses, the little hoop. It's perfect. It's perfect. So I think this one you can use any fabric or colors that you have around the house. So anyway, this is my February update. A very acute case of startitis. I want to start all the things. I want to do all the things, but I love the weather lately because it's been crazy. It's been crazy, but it's been today is sort of like very cloudy, but I like it. Anyway, with that, I leave you, and I wish you to have the best week ever, and the best for you, for your family, and remember to breathe in, breathe out, and make another cross. Bye.